The Age of the Bachelor: Creating an American Subculture by Howard P. Chudacoff is a fascinating exploration of the bachelor lifestyle and its evolution in American society from the late 19th century through the early 20th century. The book delves into how single men in urban areas created a distinct subculture, challenging traditional expectations of marriage and family life, and shaping modern masculinity and social life in the process. Chudacoff explains that in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, urbanization and economic changes allowed more men to remain single and delay or avoid marriage altogether. As cities grew, young men migrated to urban areas for work, education, and opportunity, which fostered a sense of independence and individualism. These men often lived in boarding houses or bachelor apartments, forming social circles and networks that supported their choice to remain unmarried. Bachelors became key figures in the growing leisure culture of the early 20th century. They had disposable income and free time that they could dedicate to entertainment such as vaudeville shows, nightclubs, saloons, and sporting events. Chudacoff highlights how bachelors influence consumer culture, especially in areas of entertainment, fashion, and dining, as businesses catered to their preferences and desires. The bachelor lifestyle also represented a challenge to traditional ideas about masculinity, which had been tied closely to the role of husband and breadwinner. Bachelors forged new definitions of what it meant to be a man in modern America, one that wasn't necessarily tied to marriage, family, or economic provision. They embraced individuality, camaraderie with other men, and a sense of freedom that contrasted sharply with the constraints of domestic life. Chudacoff also discusses how bachelors were often depicted in popular culture and how societal attitudes toward them evolved. In some cases, bachelors were celebrated for their freedom and independence, but in other contexts, they were viewed with suspicion or even disdain, particularly by those who adhered to more conservative social values. He explores how literature, films, and media shaped public perceptions of the bachelor, presenting them as both carefree adventurers and irresponsible or even morally questionable figures. The book highlights how the rise of the bachelor subculture reflected broader changes in gender roles and expectations. Bachelors represented a counter-narrative to the growing emphasis on domesticity, but Chudacoff also points out that many bachelors eventually did marry, often later in life and on their own terms. By the mid-20th century, the bachelor subculture began to wane, as societal expectations around marriage and family life became more dominant in post-World War II America. The rise of suburbia and a renewed emphasis on traditional family values pushed many men toward marriage, and the bachelor lifestyle became less common. However, the cultural influence of the bachelor and the notion of delayed marriage or non-traditional life paths persisted and set the stage for future changes in American life and attitudes toward singlehood. Chudacoff's Age of the Bachelor is an insightful exploration of how single men helped shape modern urban life, leisure culture, and ideas about masculinity. It offers a rich examination of the bachelor subculture's impact on American society and how it challenged and redefined traditional notions of manhood and domesticity. For anyone interested in social history or the cultural dynamics of early 20th century America, this book provides an in-depth and engaging perspective. In contemporary society, men's spaces, whether they are physical locations, online communities, or social circles, continue to play a crucial role in fostering male camaraderie, personal growth, and identity. These spaces allow men to connect with one another, share experiences, and explore aspects of masculinity in ways that are often distinct from mixed-gender environments. Just as the Bachelor subculture of the early 20th century provided men with a sense of freedom and individuality, modern men's spaces serve as important outlets for ideas and creative business endeavors. Men's spaces retain a unique function that shouldn't be undermined or diluted by female influences. Women do not have a place in attempting to subvert or integrate themselves into these male-centered environments, as these spaces are vital for men to explore their identity, build solidarity, and discuss issues relevant to their experiences in an authentic and unapologetic way.